Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Okay, so the first card is forgiveness. So you may need to forgive someone or even forgive yourself for things that have happened that may have not been in your control. But you definitely need some forgiveness going on over there. And it looks like this person's praying, so you might need to also pray as well. So you've got the diligence card over here that shows that you're working very, very hard at what you're doing. Working long hours and working very, very hard trying to accumulate money. And you need to have a little bit of patience. So wait, divine timing seems to be in play over here. Time is not running out. It just means that you have to wait for things to start happening. So in the past, you've got happiness and abundance. So you've got, it looks like you have a very good friend here. You've got the dog over here. So somebody very loyal and very faithful is around you, giving you advice and support and helping you get through things. And there may have been some abundance coming in for you. So maybe a little bit of money has come in for you. Maybe you've gotten a new job, but some sort of extra cash or extra money coming into your hand here. Now going into the future, you've got talent and wealth. So you need to put all that talent that you have into play, and in order for you to achieve this wealth that you're looking for. So you are working hard. Some abundance has come in, but you need to put, you're a very talented person, it seems, and that particular talent that you have, if you haven't realized it, then you need to actually realize it and focus on that talent. You can do something that nobody else can, and you need to use that particular skill in order for you to accumulate wealth. And it looks like wealth will come in if you start using your talents. Even if you're at work and you're better at something than anybody else, then you need to shine in that particular aspect in order for you to bring in wealth. And it looks like wealth will come in for you. So those are the energies for that week. Now I have shuffled this deck. That's the next card that fell. Okay, so the main energies, you've got the Hanged Man over here. So you've reached a kind of turning point in your life where things are changing for you and you're having to make some kind of decision. Now you might be feeling like you're not, you don't feel quite like everything is going your way. If it seems like you're out of depth. I say that because this person is a fairy, you can see, with wings, and they're underwater. So it seems like you're feeling as though you're not quite feeling right. Something's not quite right. You're not in the right place. You don't feel as though you're getting along with the people around you, or you don't feel like that situation is something that you're managing to relate to. You feel almost alien in that particular environment that you are. You're trying to tackle your emotions or deal with your emotions. You can see this person's trying to get this fish. So you're trying to get things in order, but you feel as though you're not in the right place. There's something off about the whole situation. You shouldn't be in that particular place. Maybe you're not getting along with the people that you are with, or maybe you just don't feel right in that particular situation. Almost as though people don't understand you. You say things and they don't really know what you're saying. So because you can see this person is almost trying to communicate with that fish, and that fish doesn't understand him. So maybe you're trying to say things to people and they just look at you weirdly as though, what is this person saying? I don't really understand what they're saying or where they're coming from. So you don't feel as though the people around you know where you're coming from, and you don't know where they're coming from. You're feeling very, very alien, very, very out of depth in that particular situation. Now with a hangman, it talks about making some sacrifice. You've got to give up something in order for you to see, get clarity, in order for you to move on. You've got to make that kind of sacrifice, or you have to give something up in order to move on. So there is some kind of decision in order for you to free yourself from that situation. And it's also looking at things from a very different point of view as well. Think outside the box. Think of solutions outside the box. Speak to people that you don't really usually speak to in order for you to get some kind of idea about what to do. So you've got to approach it from a completely different angle, and maybe you have to contact people or take advice from people that you really never would think about taking advice from in order for you to change that situation that you're in. So what's happening with you? You're feeling very depressed. Something has happened. There was a crisis that was reached with this Five of Cups. You can see the cup is broken here. So it's caused you to have almost like an emotional breakdown, if you like. But this particular situation had to happen because you were in this little cup of emotions. You had a certain kind of view, a certain kind of idea, and you couldn't see outside of it. And the cup had to be broken in order for you to get clarity about what's going on and in order for you to find your pathway to your greatest good. So whatever happened, whatever situation came about, has now cleared the space for you to now to be able to see things in a much clearer light. And even though it seems like things fell apart or things broke down, it was necessary in order for you to see the truth, really. And you've got it crossed with the Queen of Swords over here. So there might have been a woman, a person with the Queen of Swords causing this problem. But this could well be you, because the Queen of Swords is the cup that rules Aquarius. So you are now beginning to take control of that situation. You're trying to not get too emotional about it, because the Queen of Swords, she's been through a lot of heartache, and she's trying to get her emotions back on track again. The Queen of Swords is also a very sad woman. Usually she's been through so much and through the mill, and has had so many disappointments, but she's somebody who stands firm and strong, and she understands the meaning of loss. So this is where you are at the moment. You are trying to deal and cope with whatever has happened, and you're trying to rise above it. You're trying to see it for what it is, and you're trying to recover from it. So the Five of Cups is also that card of regret, and looking at the past and thinking about all the things that happened. And the Queen of Swords also is a card of regret, where she regrets about, thinks about the things that happened in the past. And she's been through a lot of pain and suffering, and she's trying to recover from it. So whatever situation you went through, you are trying to come up on top of it. And you are succeeding with this Queen of Swords, because she is getting a control of her emotions. So what's happened in the past? You've had the Nine of Swords. You've had a very, very, very difficult situation. You might have been, you can see this person feels really stuck in that situation. The sword is going straight for their back. So, excuse me. You've been in a situation of very high anxiety, where people have betrayed you, and you have been brought to your knees because you didn't even know what to do. And this has been happening in the last year. You couldn't, it's kept you paralyzed, really, so that you couldn't even move out of that situation. You can see she's there near the entrance of the door, and you've got all the stars through there. So there was hope, but you really was so hurt by what had happened, or what was said, or so betrayed about what was said, that you couldn't even move. You could see this woman's crouching and clasping herself, almost like a fetal position, like the newborn baby, trying to protect herself because of all the things that happened, or the things that were said. And these were things that were like where you were stabbed in the back, and you didn't even see it coming. So a really high state of anxiety and a lot of stress that went on with this situation, that had left you completely feeling very helpless, really, not even being able to move or get through, or even take that first step towards getting out of that situation. So you were very stuck in that feeling of anxiety and a feeling of depression, and where you couldn't even move. So some crisis happened that was really, really a very, very difficult situation. So you've got the Ten of Swords. Everything seemed to have fallen apart in the last 3 months. You can see this person's legs are even breaking down. So everything, all your foundations, the sword is broken over here. Everything that you stood for just fell apart. It seems like everything just came to a halt. Your whole life seems to have fallen apart, and even the things you didn't even seem to have your feet, because even this person's feet is disintegrating over there. And it was a very, very difficult situation. So these cards are following each other. You were expecting the worst case scenario, and it seems like the worst did happen. There was a lot of betrayal, a lot of lies, people, they completely destroyed you in this situation that happened. And this is the reason why you are the Queen of Swords. You're trying to rise above all that hurt and problems. So a really difficult situation having happened, especially with this Five of Cups, something very emotional, something that had left you very traumatized, a very dramatic situation. So what's on your mind is the Seven of Pentacles. You were thinking that whatever you invested in that particular relationship or that particular scenario did not pay off. All your good intentions, all the investments that you made, the emotional investments, whatever you put in, all the work that you put in, everything that you gave, all that hard work that you put into that relationship or into that particular thing just did not pay off. And this has been playing on your mind. This is something that's been haunting you, that you put so much of effort into it and it didn't pay off. So going into the future, you got the Four of Pentacles. So it looks like you will recover from the situation, even though it feels like you're a bit trapped. You've got this person with the chains to this wheel over here. Now, maybe you don't want to let go of that situation. You are trying to cling on to it, and you're trying not to let it go. You're trying to keep it going as far as possible, but it doesn't look like it's making you happy to even stay in that situation. So trying to hang on to things might not be the best way. This could also be the card where you're trying to hang on to your finances. Maybe you are having problems with money as well, because this is the Four of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to cling on, hold on to, your possessions, a home, or your things, so that you don't lose it. And you've chained yourself to it. You are focused only on that, and you're worried about money, and you're also focused on trying to hang on to the things, cling on to that past, because you don't really want to let go of it. So whatever happened, whatever betrayal happened, no matter how bad that situation is, it seems like you don't really want to let it go. Maybe the loss is too great. Now you have the key here. You seem to have thrown away the key, where you don't want to actually open yourself up and let yourself go from the situation. You want to stick it out. Maybe you want to reconcile. Maybe you want that situation to work out. So you're trying very, very hard not to let go of it. And you're also trying very, very hard to hang on to your finances and your possessions. So what's happening with you? You've got the Knight of Cups over here. It looks like you want somebody to come in and help you out in the situation. You need somebody to, you're waiting for that offer of love. You're waiting for that person to come. Maybe this person whom you've had this problem with, you're waiting for them to come in and offer you that that happiness again. You feel like maybe you don't want to let go of it, and you want them to come in and give you that love. Maybe you're not prepared to actually let go of them just quite yet. So what's happening around you? You've got the Knave of Chalices over here. It looks like there is going to be some sort of message that comes in to do with a relationship. With the Knave of Chalices is usually messages of love coming in. Maybe there's an apology that will come in with this Knave of Chalices. They usually are apologies that come in with it's a Page of Cups. So maybe this person that you are waiting for to come in with this offer of love is going to come in and apologize to you and tell you that they are sorry for what they did. There's definitely some emotional message coming in for you. But whether or not you accept it is another story. But it looks like there might be apology coming in for the situation that happened. Now, you've got what's your hopes and fears? You are very scared of being alone. You feel very confused. You can see this hermit is walking around, and these stairs are going off in all different directions, and there's different pathways, and everything looks very, very topsy-turvy. So it looks like you're spending a lot of time by yourself, but everything seems to be a bit chaotic around you. You can't seem to focus or get yourself in order. Maybe you're just wandering around, aimlessly trying to get things done, and your mind is very, very confused. You're trying to make sense of whatever happened to you. So going into the future, you've got the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the last card was the Three of Wands that fell, was the extra card. Okay, so the Eight of Swords says that you are very, very trapped within that situation, and you are the one that is trapping yourself. You are the one that is chaining yourself to that particular relationship. It may not be a very financially productive relationship that you're in at this particular moment, but you're feeling very, very trapped by it. You can see this fairy's wings are tied, and their legs are tied and their hands are tied, and they looked very, very depressed. So it is a situation that you can get out of, and you need to get out of it, because it is completely tying you up, and it's making you very, very miserable as well. This woman does not look very, very happy. You're not seeing clarity. You're not seeing the situation for what it really is. You're allowing your thoughts, maybe whatever happened in the past, maybe you had a good relationship with this person in the past, and you're allowing that to cloud your judgment and allowing those thoughts to trap you in the situation. But you're feeling very frustrated because you're very, very tied up, and it seems like it might be something that you are doing yourself. So you need to actually break free of that situation. You've got the sword over here. You need to communicate whatever you're feeling. You need to talk about things and get yourself out of the situation and cut these ropes. So you've got the 10 of Pentacles. There is that end of that cycle. So there are people around you that will support you. But the 10 of Pentacles shows the end of a relationship that might have been something that was very financially, something that you relied on this person financially as well, because the 10 of Pentacles deals with money, family, home, but it looks like that cycle has come to an end. So whatever this relationship was, it looks like it has come to its end of its natural cycle. It may have involved children or family, but it has definitely ended, and you will have to leave it, because it's a natural ending to that cycle. Even though it's something that you're trying to cling on to and you don't really want to let go of it, it seems like it is time for you to end the cycle and now move on. And it looks like the universe will end it if it is necessary to end it. It might have been there for a learning experience for you, because everything happens for a reason. Things don't happen just because they need to, just by chance. They happen because they need to happen, because we come here to learn lessons. Now you've got the 6 of Wands. It looks like you will be victorious in the situation with the 6 of Wands. You will move away from it, even though it's going to be a slow process of getting on, and you might have to, it looks like he's taking everything with him and moving on the back of this tortoise. So it looks like you might have to move home as well. So wherever you are living, that particular home situation is coming to an end, and you may have to take your things and move. But he's got this pot plant with these magic beans in it. So, it looks like, you may have to physically take your things and move, but it will eventually bring you rewards. So it might be a blessing in disguise. You don't realize that, but maybe wherever you go to next will bring you more luck. It might be a very difficult move, because it's, you can see he's going on the back of the tortoise, so it's a very, very slow move, but he's taking everything with him. And there will be a lot of growth as he moves away. With the 6 of Wands, like I said, it's a card of victory. So you will be successful at whatever you do. Whatever battle you have fighting, you will win in the end. And a lot of people are praising you for whatever you've done. With the 6 of Wands, it's there's a lot of recognition in the eyes of the world for whatever you have come through. So they do know that you have been through a lot, and they do see that you are able to overcome it and successfully move away from things. You are not letting yourself become petty over it. Now, whatever idea you have with the 3 of Wands will start growing, and it will start flourishing. So even though you've had to leave everything, if this is a job that you've had to let go of, maybe you didn't want to let go, if this is not a relationship, but actually a job situation, because you're trying to cling on to this pentacle over here, if this was the end of a work situation, then whatever ideas you are leaving with a lot of people will recognize your hard work, and whatever idea and whatever you start off with, it's going to flourish. It's going to take off. You've got the spade over here, so you will have to put in hard work and plant the seed that you're taking away. You've got to plant. See, he's leaving with the plant, and he's put the plant into the ground, and that plant is taking off. So whatever ideas you are leaving that situation with, once you start working on it, they will start flourishing and growing and producing something that is solid and something that is long-term and something that is very abundant. And there will be also people around you that will help you. Now with the Six of Wands, you can see there are a lot of people supporting this man as he leaves. And here with the Three of Wands is also a card of support. So you have three different flowers that are blossoming from this particular plant. So whatever ideas you've left, if it was a job situation that you have had to walk away from, then whatever ideas you are leaving with will get a lot of recognition, and you will be able to start something off by yourself. So he's starting off something new by himself, and it is growing. So you will be successful at whatever you're doing, and it will take off in a big way. If this is a relationship that you are walking away from, a relationship that was very binding or very frustrating, then whatever you leave that relationship with, and wherever you go and start afresh, you will be successful in. It looks like if it was a job situation, you were very frustrated because, you know, you had no power in that. You were powerless. With the Eight of Swords, it's a card of being very helpless, very powerless, very tied up. But now that it has come to an end, you know, and you did know this because it looks like you've taken advice from a lot of people about leaving that situation. Whatever you're leaving with, you know, you're leaving with a lot of goodwill and a lot of support. And whatever you start off will start off and take off in a big way. So although it seems like, you know, you're, you know, in a very, very difficult situation, it seems like you will eventually come out, and whatever you start off now will start taking off. You will have to be working independently, and, you know, it will start growing. There will be growth. Okay, so I'm going to just draw some cards from the Angel Tarot. So the first card is the King of Air, which says, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So you do need to act with confidence, and you need to get some advice if you need to. With the King of Air, it's also about legalities, so you might be signing contracts, there might be something new coming in. So if this is a work situation, it will involve signing new contracts. If it is a situation that was involving an emotional situation where you had to leave, this might be, you know, where you have to seek out legal advice, maybe from a lawyer or somebody in the legal profession to end or dissolve that particular relationship. If it was a marriage, it might be, you know, seeking out advice from a lawyer to, you know, proceed legally with ending that relationship. Then you've got the Empress card coming in, which says, a lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So the Empress card, it is a time where abundance will come in for you. It's being guided by Archangel Gabriel, and, you know, Gabriel is the angel of communication, and, you know, it's the angel that brings in ideas, and it's a nurturing, very nurturing angel, Gabriel. So abundance will come in for you. So you are going to be moving to a better place, something better for you. And the last card is release. And this is the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So this is the end of that situation, and you do need to move away. So you're coming to that end of that cycle, whether it's a relationship cycle or a job cycle, a work cycle, a job cycle. And it seems like you have to move on. But whatever you do after this is going to be really positive. It looks like you might get an apology from the person that caused problems, because there is some sort of message coming in over here, and it looks like it might be a message, an apology coming in for something, but it looks like whatever you set your intention on, you know, you've entered this old phase of restriction, and you will now move into the Three of Wands, which is actually going forth into the world, putting out your ideas, and communicating with a lot more people. And there's a lot more recognition coming in with this Six of Wands. So there will be a positive outcome, even though it seems like, you know, you've been through quite a crisis. It looks like you will come out of it quite successfully. So I hope that this reading has resonated. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.